behalf of all Kazakh people and Kazakh community, support our brothers and sisters, our Ukraine. Today is the third day when Russia and cruel Putin invaded Ukraine. Ukraine must be remain free, independent and sovereign. Ukraine doesn't belong to Russia. Ukraine belongs only to Ukrainians. Crimea and so-called fake countries, DNR and LNR, it's only belong to Ukraine, not to Russia. Today, the whole world witnessing how cruel Putin just openly invading to Ukraine. We live in the West, and we have to push here governments to do real actions. So-called sanctions against Putin unfortunately doesn't work. Ukraine needs real help. Ukraine needs weapon, artillery, military, money, and real physical support. When we see that NATO army is not involving, when we see that West and the US government being too soft, being too diplomatic, that really doesn't help. US and many Western countries, they say we don't want if any other world war will happen. But unfortunately, without doing anything, this world war happened. We see how Ukrainian people suffering. We see how cruel Russian army is raping and killing Ukrainians. We demand from the US government to do real action. We don't need wars. We need real actions. Ukraine needs army. Ukraine needs NATO army, troops, military help, aid and medical help. NATO army must declare free air zone over Ukraine. This is how Russia will not be able using their military airplanes, and this will give advantage to ground troops of Ukrainian army. Just recently we saw how brave Ukrainians fighting with Russians. We saw how Russian military ship bombed a building full of Ukrainian people nearby the shore. We saw our simple Ukrainian hero made a suicidal explosion to stop Russian army to go through the gate to the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv city. We're here again, we're here happy to help and support our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. Again, we have to push every government in any part of the world to do real action, to punish Putin, to punish Russia, make them accountable.
I'm an Ukrainian immigrant. I moved here a few years ago and I'm from the eastern Ukraine. I'm from the city called Kharkov, which is the second biggest city in Ukraine, and it's currently under attack. Every single second I'm getting messages that my city is being bombed and people should stay in shelters. This is the scariest moment of my life, and the only thing everyone can do right now is pay attention. Because this is the price that people of Ukraine are paying for their neighbors to be ignored for such a long time. So I really hope that the world now sees the true colors, and that you will give us all the support possible, because my mother is there, my grandparents are there, my best friends are there, and the thought that I will never see them again is the scariest thing. I do not wish it on anyone. So please support Ukraine. Please support. Please spread information. Thank you.
Нам потрібна зброя. Допоможіть, будь ласка, Америка, ви сильна. Ви можете. Я вас благаю. Я не хочу, щоб моя донька і мої батьки. Я хочу, щоб вони були живі, здорові. Ви можете. Ви повинні кричати. Весь світ повинен кричати. Всі виходять на мітинги. Ну дуже дякую вам. Але це мало працює, на жаль. СМІ американські, неправдиво. Ви повинні кричати, ви повинні показувати правду. Я другу добу не сплю. Ми з моєю молодшою донькою читаємо новини і інформуємо в Україну, щоб моя донька і інші люди поспали, бо вони вже не можуть жити під голос сирен. Це дуже страшно, це дуже страшно. Дякую.
Dear Ukrainian brothers and sisters, if anyone wants to come here and have a speech, you may free to speak. And also, if anyone
I have something in common. Everyone now living in a war zone. I was born and raised in Somalia, and I left over there as a refugee. And today I cannot stand it. And a student, a mother, a father in Ukraine, in Kiev, in everywhere, to become a refugee. Ukrainian people, they deserve it to live their country peacefully. Nobody now wanna to go to war. But today I really wanna not to the war. I wanted to New York City. We call ourselves the city never sleeps. But today we are sleeping. We all sleeping. Nobody.
Now is really from airplane in many cities. Sorry, my English. So I'm very worried. My народом Украины огромнейшим самоуважением, который один единственный в мире, который сейчас противостоят агрессии, фашистской агрессии, извините, даже политический митинг. Но это же факт. Вы помните Мюнхен 1939 года, когда вся Европа ублажала Гитлера, отдала ему Запад, Украину, просто Беларусь, да, что США предложили, что Гитлер политическое убежище сохранить ему жизнь, он отказался покинуть Киев. Это достойно уважения. Он просто человек с большой буквы. Слава Украине!
Героям слава! Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава! Смерть ворогам!
Смерть ворогам!
Слава Україні! Брати і сестри, для тероборони в Києві потрібні рації. Я зачитую від одної активістки. Для термінового поширення нам треба 8775 євро і треба впродовж 2 годин рахунок на 45 рацій для тероборони, які знайшли волонтери в Німеччині. Рацій немає в Україні зараз і навіть в Польщі. І вони дуже потрібні для захисту в Україні, в Києві. Зараз, тому підійдіть до мене, якщо ви можете дати якісь кошти або взяти в мене реквізити і самі переслати. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
Greetings from Georgia. I'm proudly here to represent my people, not my government. Yes, I know if you guys heard the news. Yes, I am deeply ashamed of our government and for what they have said, what they have done, and it hurts me that I have to be here and not supporting my brothers and sisters in Ukraine and in Georgia. This happened to us in 2008. I was there. It was not.
We stand with Ukraine. We have a similar interest in our own freedom for our culture and our people. So the American Latvians, Slava Ukraini!
Agent Putin, Nazi, typical Nazi. he collaborate with German. That gas, for money. He want to kill people.
Сложно, потому что это страшно, но сектор развивается, и хочу сказать вам, что Украина любит. Мы продолжаем любить своих детей, которые сегодня умирают. И сердце мое рвется одинаково за россиян, за Украину. Слава Украине и мир Украине! Мир Украине!
So much. If any community representative or anyone seen recently that US still didn't ban Russia from SWIFT, which is really confusing for me as a resident of the United States, and that's really disappointing. Russia and Russian mentality accept only force and power. Putin never accept any sanctions, any diplomatic wars, etc. He accepts only power and force. Therefore, NATO, US, and other countries must be tough with Putin. Must be ever take away the pride of Ukraine. He can never ever take away the pride of the Baltics. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what we go through, please.
Hold it this one closer to yourself and try to speak louder.
Sorry what's happening in our country, in your country.
Our country.
Okay? Our country.
Thanks so much. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
We have another speaker from Ukrainian diaspora. They last time organized a great rally in front of UN and in front of Russian permanent mission to the UN. So please, brother.
Hold it closer and speak louder.
My fellow Ukrainians.
Brother and sister live in Kyiv, so I'm worrying a lot. All my body is hurt, really. Like I'm there right now. I wrote my speech 2 days ago because I'm very worried.
Brother, please.
Понад усе! Україна! 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 Україна!
It takes 2 seconds. Stop Instagramming for 5 seconds and send the right post with the right information to the right person. If everyone over here, there's a couple of hundreds of us, we'll send it to at least 5 or 6 different people. And out of this 5 or 6, 2 or 3 people will change their mind. It's a big win, and I'll take that win any day. I encourage you to support our armed forces informationally and financially. Give up that Starbucks coffee that you're buying and donate it to armed forces of Ukraine. Give up that Instagram.
Give it to me like